Diagnosis is the key for any treatment. If you have diagnosed it really well, you can actually treat it well. Welcome to yet another edition under the world as doshas. Okay, to shloka of the week. This week, we'll be discussing about the methods in which you can diagnose. In the previous weeks, we saw the diseases, different kinds of diseases of the body. Last week, we saw the disease of the mind. Okay, and this week, we are actually going to get into what are the methods which we use to diagnose a disease. The broadest classification, we are not going to get into the minute ones. The broadest classification of what are the techniques used to diagnose a disease. This is also from Ashtanga Hridaya, first chapter, Sutra Sthana. Okay, shloka number 23. One single line. Okay, it's a very interesting line. So it says, Darshana, Sparshana, Prashnaihi, Pariksheta cha Roginam. So you have got the transliteration also, Darshana, Sparshana, Prashnehi, Pariksheta cha Roginam. So Pariksha means to, what do you call, to diagnose. Roginam means a diseased person. What all methods you use what all methods you apply on a diseased person, on a rogi, to diagnose. This is what. So Darshana, Sparshana, Prashna, there are three methods. So let's get into the meaning of it. Darshana means you are actually viewing the person. Darshana means sight. So you are looking at the person, you are viewing the person. Sparshana is feeling the person by touch. Okay, Sparshana is touch. So you are viewing the person, you are touching the person, and Prashna. Prashna is you are asking the person questions. You are basically asking him, you are having a conversation with him, asking a few questions about where do you have pain, since when do you have the pain, when did it start, is it there in the family? So whatever questions you want to ask comes under Prashna. So what you do is, it is Darshana, Sparshana, and Prashna. These are the three methods in which you can diagnose a disease with a patient. So if you start going a little bit deeper, let us understand these words better. So Darshana basically need not be Darshana, even though it means what do you call your sight. Darshana also means your view. So here you can use all your senses. All your senses. Since they have already told Sparshana, so touch comes second, but in Darshana you can use all your senses. What are other senses? Hearing, smelling, viewing, licking we normally don't do, but still, yes, I'll tell you how to use that. So looking at a patient, when the patient walks in, by the way he's walking, you can make out that he's got a pain in the knee or in the ankle, or if he's got a pain in the back, the way he holds it. So by looking at the patient itself, you'll be able to diagnose a little bit. Then what? So if there is infection, and if there is putrefaction, or even in certain skin conditions, or indigestion, sometimes what happens when the person burps, you can smell. Even with the smell, you'll be able to make out something. Normally, what uh, uh, people, after they pass motions, sometimes, or when they urinate, the smell of the urinate you'll be able to diagnose. So you can use your sight, you can use your smell, and sometimes when the patient is moving the joint, you'll be able to hear tick 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 sounds from the joint. From hearing you can make out, or when the patient is breathing, sometimes you can hear the wheeze, swing swing, you can hear the wheeze. Oh, okay. Or heartbeat, everything. So you can use all those senses. When I said by taste, normally we don't taste it, but there are conditions when we say, in people who have got a little bit high urine sugar. Sometimes after the person passes urine, you will see ants around that. Ants actually come to drink or lick the urine because it is sweet. So that also comes under darshana. And sparshana is touch. Okay, you touch a person, you press a person, so to feel if the part is hot or it is soft. Okay, so with touch you can make whether it is rough, that area is rough. So with touch you can actually make out a lot of things. Prashna. Prashna is very, very, very important. So you asking the relevant questions, history of this illness, history of the past illness, then you can ask about his Agni, you can ask about his Koshtha, all the things which we have gone through. You can ask about his taste. Which taste do you actually prefer more? Do you prefer cold food more or hot food more? What time do you sleep? Exercises, questions and questions. You can ask as many as you want until you are able to figure out where the imbalance is, vata, pitta, kapha. This is specific for diagnosis. So darshana, sparshana, prashnehi parikshesa roginha, this three methods is what we apply on a patient to diagnose a disease. This is according to Ashtanga Hridaya. Thank you.